Alright, welcome back to I'm the Lord of the Intergalactic Empire. Anime review, episode number 9. Reviewing the 9th episode of the series, Mass-Produced Maids. And from what I can tell, it covers chapters pretty much almost, I can tell anyways, they covered, pretty much 2 whole chapters this episode. They had covered chapters 7 and 8. Yes, they covered this much in the book. Yeah. Where basically, here's what happens in the episode. There's like a few different things. First, we see the guide, where he is basically just pouting over the fact that Liam is actually a good person. And then later on, he goes visit him, and he reveals something that, well, actually, we see him later on. We meet up with Captain Gauze, this cruel man who loves mutilating bodies. The most heinous pirate in the galaxy. I mean, it's horrible. Yeah, and here's the thing. I like pirates in fiction, but this guy, he's a freaking scumbag, and he deserves either he deserves to die, no matter what. And so it's like for him, it's like they got out of the little practice field they were in the previous episode, and of course they lost treasure island. Of course, it was raided by Liam. Of course, I'm gonna go into his territory anyways. Yeah, go to his territory. So, pretty much the guide, kind of in a way, just shows up on his bridge, where he just tells him, just go invade a domain instead of going straight to the gate. And he does. There's a brief scene that was actually cut from a previous chapter involving a general when they first got those ships. I'm a little surprised they included that particular set of information, which was cut previously and put in this episode. And then pretty much after this is like all territory. By the way, also there's a thing where we focus on the maids. First, we see them basically, they're all feeding Liam because, of course, he is the ruler. Yes, well, they basically all just taking like wiping his mouth, like in the soup, whatever. And he talks about finding their woman. There's also another scene with 3 of the maids where they apparently talk to each other in each other's minds. And apparently they filmed the video. Apparently one of them changed her hairstyle. And the thing is, Liam can tell who it is. The specific hairstyle is from another person. Somehow he can. Probably because he designed them. These AI androids. And also Ami is apparently the maid's supervisor. Probably because basically she's the first one created for this particular thing. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Of course, they cleaned the rooms basically he tried to establish in the previous episode. Which, why would you make this big room and not use it? I would just basically make a swimming pool. This big, humongous place. Make a lavish swimming pool. Is bring more women per se. Let's see, what else? Yeah, of course he's upset about the whole thing of like the fact he's not, being evil. I mean, for a bit, and all of a sudden they're informed that, oh crap, the Gauze pirates basically here at they're basically here in their territory, about to invade the system. And we see his military general here. We also see the other guy basically think of surrendering, but no. Of course, they want money, and women's like, nope, we're not doing that. So basically, he's like, well, we wait for like, no, we're attacking him out. Prepare for war, because he wants war. We'll give him war. But he's like, we don't have any knights. Well, that's probably for next week's episode. Probably, anyways, because next episode is called Decisive Battle. Yes, it's like basically that one thing I've noticed though for the season so far, they haven't announced season 2 for this one, surprisingly, is at first they were adapting stuff in order, and then they were just like in the case of Christine, a lot of the stuff with her in this season was completely, I think it was from a different novel that they decided to add in here as a flashback. Yes, that's pretty much true. She's not in the episode, surprisingly. No, she's not here. And it seems like we're adapting stuff off order. Like in the case of last episode, for example, part of the story is actually from the bonus story of this very book, which is set after the main story. As for the reason why I did it, I don't really know. It's kind of weird. But it seems like now, of course, there's also a brief scene where we see Liam's master, we taught him the way of flesh, where he's upset with the fact that he apparently is getting famous, he's a hot topic, wants to flee even further from him. It's a brief scene. I don't remember if he's actually in the books, but they, for far as I can tell, I think they're trying to adapt pretty much the rest. Like, even though, yes, to kind of adapt the order, but it's flowing pretty nicely. The pacing is fine for 9 episodes into the season out of 12 episodes. Yes, we do have about 3 more left to go. And given the fact this aired apparently on Saturday, so before this month is over, this anime from One Country Master Swordsman and the anime airing tomorrow, Dark Elf, will all pretty much wrap up before the end of this month. Yeah, basically by 3 anime wrapping up, and then I think like next month there's a few more anime wrapping up. Yes. And I can confirm that. So for review-wise, for next month, well, for this month anyways, we have exactly like... So the way it works is that I'm the Evil Lord Intergalactic Empire. That wraps up... I may have gotten this wrong here. I think the final episode itself probably released, like... Cause I think this one will wrap up pretty much the same week as... it'll wrap up pretty much the 22nd of this month. Yes. So yeah, on the 22nd of this month, we're going to have those 2 anime wrap up. Same thing with the Dark Elf anime. That'll wrap up pretty much the following day. But I think, okay, what about My Hero Vigilantes? Well, that'll probably wrap up like not long after that, per se. Yeah. So I think that here's the weird thing, though. Independence Day was the end of the current season for Fire Force. I think so. Let me take a look here about that one. There are 5 left. Yeah, 5 left. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's correct. Yep. Yeah, and pretty much the same day it finishes up as when Dawn and Dawn premieres. But I'm waiting for the dub. Yeah, I'm waiting for the dub. But I do know this, in fact, Black Butler and I left my anime partner to join former students explore Dungeon Depths. That will wrap up by next month. Yes. By the 2nd week of next month. But 2 weeks before that, I would kill Class 3 years maxed out. So this is going to be quite an interesting month, per se. I do like the fact that 3 anime, I can officially say 3 or 4 anime officially can't all wrap up this month, but who knows. In the case of My Hero Vigilantes, well, that has 6 more to go. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one basically, I think this one's actually not correct here. Yeah, I'm trying to correct some dates here because I'm thinking that certain days when some stuff wraps up, but in the case of Kill Science Radio maxed out, yeah, that one definitely will finish the 28th. I'd say some probably might get really close, but who knows, okay? But yeah, this particular view, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to notifications. I will see you all tomorrow for my reviews for Yashia Dark Elf Chasing the World, My Hero Vigilantes, Couple Comic Corner officially, and reviews for Jiraiya. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do it today, but I just want to get these anime caught up, okay? See you tomorrow. Bye.